Chapter 10 of our text deals with communicating in close relationships, friendships, family, and romantic partners. So that's in essence the outline of the chapter. Communication in friendships, communication in the family, and communication in romantic relationships. So, which relationships are most important to you? Is it a romantic partner? Is it a friend, a close friend, or is it a family member? Anthropologist Robin Dunbar suggests that humans have the capacity to be intimately connected with only about 5 people at a time. So let's dive into the first section, and that is communication in friendships. These special relationships that we have with others are central to what it means to be human. I am who I am through the individuals that I engage in on a daily basis. So what is a friendship then? A friendship is a voluntary relationship that provides social support. Friendships are created, managed, and maintained, we would say, through communication. So communication is vital to friendships. What types of friendships are there? Friendships may be either short versus long term. And friends come in and leave our lives for a variety of reasons. Thankfully, due to technology, we're able to maintain friendships even after those individuals have moved away geographically. They're further away from us. Some friendships are either task-oriented or maintenance-oriented. So some friends that we choose are based on an activity that we share with them, and that may be a variety. It may be a sport, it may be a hobby. And some friendships are more maintenance-oriented in that they are grounded in not an activity that you do together necessarily, but due to mutual liking and social support. And sometimes the two categories of task and maintenance actually overlap, where it's a little bit of both. In most cases, it's probably like that. Friendships may either be low or high disclosure. So how much do you tell your friends about yourself? And of course, this will differ from friend to friend. Some will know a whole lot about you, the most private and intimate information about you, and for some, you'll not say that much. Low versus high obligation. There's some friends for whom you would do just about anything. No request is too big. On the other hand, there are some friends to whom you feel a lower sense of obligation in terms of what you would do for them and how quickly you would do that for them. Infrequent versus frequent contact. You stay in close touch with some friends. With other friends, you don't connect with that often. And of course, that probably correlates with low levels of disclosure. So you can see how the nature of communication is going to vary depending on the friendship itself. Communication within a friendship can also change over time. Impersonal friendships can have sudden bursts of disclosure. The next section deals with friendships, gender, and communication. So not all friendships are created equal. Sometimes friendships are same-sex friendships, and most of the first close relationships that we have outside the family are same-sex friendships. Boys play with other boys, and girls play with other little girls play with other little girls, and little boys play with other little boys. Close but non-sexual friendships between men are sometimes called bromances, or bromosexual when they involve gay and straight friends. Early studies on same-sex friendships suggested that women bond primarily through mutual self-disclosure, while men create intimacy through, of course, shared activity more than the talk itself. Female friendships often develop through one-on-one interaction, while male friendships tend to occur in groups, and they bond in groups. Women expect more disclosure and emotional support from their female friends than men do from their male friends. So same-sex friendships are one category. The other category is cross-sex friendships. They offer wealth of benefits. They provide a different perspective and a contrast to the kind of interaction that sometimes characterize communication with friends of the same sex. For men, this often means a greater chance to share emotion and focus on relationships. For women, it can be a chance to lighten up and enjoy banter without emotional baggage. One type of cross-sex friendship is referred to as the work spouse. And this is a special platonic relationship or friendship with a work colleague characterized by a close emotional bond. There's high levels of disclosure and support and mutual trust. There's certainly honesty, loyalty, and a certain amount of respect. Cross-sex friendships, at least for heterosexuals, present some challenges that don't exist among all male or female or all female companionships. And the most obvious of these is the potential for sexual attraction. So when it comes to the potential for romance, heterosexual cross-sex friendship fit into 4 categories. Mutual romance, both partners want the friendship to turn romantic. Strictly platonic, neither partner wants the friendship to turn romantic. Desires romance, one partner wants romance but fears the friend does not. Rejects romance, one partner does not want romance but thinks the friend does. Another category of friendships are friends with benefits, FWB, a popular term for friendships that includes sexual activity. Some surveys suggest that both men and women appreciate the chance to meet physical needs without the challenges of emotional commitment. Women are typically more focused on being friends, whereas men are more likely to be interested in the benefits. The FWB partners routinely avoid explicit communication about the status of their relationship, and they communicate less about sex compared to traditional romantic partners, and also they are less sexually satisfied. Some gender considerations to consider. Biological sex isn't the only factor to consider when examining different sorts of friendships. For example, a friendship between a masculine male and a feminine female might have very different properties than a friendship between a masculine female and a feminine male. One category of close friendships that has received a good deal of attention is between gay men and straight women. Many heterosexual women report that they value their friendships with gay men because of 3 basic reasons. 1, they often share interests. 2, the potential for romantic complications is small or non-existent, and the women feel more attractive. Friendship and social media. The internet certainly has made friendships more complicated. Despite all the possibilities, research shows that social networking sites are used primarily to maintain current friendships or to revive old ones rather than to build new ones. The vast majority of US teens and millennials say that they maintain their friendships to newer platforms such as Instagram, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. And there are certain unwritten rules for communicating via social media, and here are a few guidelines. When a friend posts a selfie or Instagram, there's a social obligation to like it. It's possible to show too much interest, and that's a violation. What's referred to as a deep like, and this involves going back in one's Instagram archives and liking an old post. It suggests you're lurking, and that lacks chill. Snapchat photos are often sent in streaks. A friend should respond in kind to what you sent and keep the streak going. Content certainly isn't that important when the relational message is, I'm keeping up with you. Certainly privacy is a big deal, and when somebody has set their Instagram account to private and then lets a friend in, it's a statement of trust. Social networking sites aren't the only media for communicating with friends. You can call, you can text, instant messaging, and even now online gaming are meant for keeping up with friendships. So communicating in successful friendships. Friendships come with a set of expectations about how to communicate. We really discuss these assumptions, and we often become aware of them only when they are not met. Scholars have found that expectancy violations, which are instances when others don't behave as we assume they should, are the source of many relational problems. So you can judge the success of your friendships by seeing how closely you follow these following prescriptions. 1, friends share joys and sorrows. So when there's bad news, they comfort and support. When there's good news, they celebrate together. They share laughs and memories. A hallmark of a healthy relationship is shared laughter. Providing a listening ear, that's a confirming message. Allowing your friend the opportunity to vent is another way to show that you care. Maintaining confidences, certainly betraying a confidence can injure or even end a friendship. Lending a helping hand by physically doing something to help them certainly does help. Standing up for each other, a loyal friend has your back, both when you're present and when you're not. Somebody who defends your rights, your honor, and your reputation. They honor pledges and commitments. You can count on me. I'll be there for you. Our common friendship sentiments. Treat each other with respect. Sometimes hurtful things are said in a banter, and it's easy to slip into teasing that's hurtful and comments that sting, but largely good friends tend to monitor their words and actions, making sure to communicate in ways that affirm the other person's dignity. They have a balanced exchange in terms of social exchange theory we saw a while back, which means that the rewards of the relationship tend to outweigh the costs involved. They value both connection and autonomy. All interpersonal relationships struggle with the competing needs for both closeness and independence, and they apologize and forgive. They sincerely express remorse, admit wrongdoing, promise to do better, and request forgiveness. The next section deals with communication in the family.